It was a local number. Okay, one sec, guys. Hello? Sorry, I can't understand what you're saying. You're trying to get into the building? Did you try the buzzer code? The 374, really? Okay, give me 2 minutes and I'll have to pop down really quick, okay? I'm just working from home. Okay, 2 seconds. Guys, I have to be right back. I don't know what the heck is going on, but he says the buzzer's not working, so I literally have to go get this order. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go to the post office, and that's so annoying. What the heck, roommate? Answer your phone up in Nunavut. Ugh, I'm gonna run though. I'm just gonna leave the microphone on and everything. And they better not have messed up my wireless cam right now. Okay, Bonk, you're gonna hold down the fort for me, okay? I'll be right back. I made it. Holy. I'm like out of breath. One sec. I'll put this back on. Holy. This is what I've been training for my whole life. It's hard to go down to like get stuff from the door because we literally live on the very end, like the corner of the building. We're on the 3rd floor, so I just like ran up and down the stairs. Look, I'm sweating. What the heck? But anyways, success. You only gotta go 3 whole blocks. I know. It was good. Get our heart rate up for the day. Okay, I gotta get my hair out of here. The coffee is had. Thanks, I need the water. Yes, Samo ordered some Nespressos. I don't know if you guys ever drink that stuff, but we do like a subscription where we like got our machine for literally $1, like a $500 machine we got for $1. And then every month we just have to like buy a certain amount of coffee, which makes sense because you drink coffee every month. So I think he got some like fancy flavors, which I'm gonna wait to drink when he's home. It's an espresso. For how many years? I think it's just one. I don't know. You'll have to ask him when he comes in next. But yeah, this is how it comes. Let's see. We can do like a little unboxing together. First though, I always wash my hands. After I've been like up and down the stairs and stuff in the building. There's so many like little kiddos and people here. I've been really trying to not get sick. Hi Ruru, welcome. Brick Lane. Beluga sturgeon is cheap, but the eggs are expensive. Yeah, I learned about this in school. I can have your coffee. I only had 1 espresso today. I've been trying to cut back a little bit. I don't need it nearly as much just being at home, right? You don't lick the stairs, Mish. Please. Okay. Let's see what we got. I just want to see. Sometimes there's like sneaky extra things. What's this little fancy opening? I like boxes that are like engineered really well. You know what I'm saying? Samo says, hey, look. So then it's really handy. They all just come in like boxes like this. The box showed up. Oh, and they sent chocolate. Dark chocolate with bergamot and pink pepper. I literally put bergamot essential oil in my diffuser this morning. Don't want to dox myself. Oh, the amount of times I've opened a package on stream and no one showed up at my house yet, it's okay, guys, don't worry. Trust me, if this guy delivering the box couldn't get in the building, good luck. Whoa. Frosted caramel nut. Festive black espresso. Yeah, make your way to Canada, I dare you. This one is funny, I like this. Seasonal delight spices. Oh my gosh. And then these ones, I was laughing. Sam said it's like a Canadian. Look at this. Be more Canadian. Canadians' favorites. And it actually is like all of our favorites. Shh, it's okay, Siri. I don't either. It's just like a couple different espressos. And that's it. And then the one thing I like about this is so they send these bags because you can recycle the aluminum pods. So you just fill up the bag, it's pre-posted, and you just drop it in a box and then they recycle all of the aluminum. So you don't have to throw it in the garbage. So that's pretty awesome, honestly. And like we even bring them home from work, which is hilarious. That was an exciting box. Okay, now we can actually start the stream. Good thing it's a quick and easy Sunday. Whew, you never know what could happen. Katniss, how are you? Good to see you. Canadian coffee, yeah, so it's just maple flavored. No, it's just like all the popular types that we drink here, I guess. Yeah, it's literally just maple syrup poured through. No coffee at all. Oh my gosh, if you sent fan mail, that would make my day. Do it. I'll be your mail buddy from across the ocean. Okay, let's get into this. We were chatting a little bit before we got sidetracked. One of them is nostalgic Tim Hortons. Imagine. Yeah, a warm mug of maple syrup. You never know. Put a little bit of rum in there, you're good to go. So here's our menu. Breakfast tacos. Homemade millet tortillas? What? I've never made these before, but I saw this recipe on my Instagram feed. I follow this like massively tatted up Italian guy that makes some interesting things. I don't know, he just popped up one day and I was like, I'm intrigued. Am I out of my mind? I literally am. I literally am. So then the first link, if you guys have Instagram, that's the video for the recipe, but I copy pasted the instructions. They are in Discord already. Just search for it. And then the second one are for our frijoles de la olla, which is just like Mexican. It's supposed to be pinto beans. I soaked kidney beans though, because I'm trying to clear out my pantry. Frijoles are frijoles at the end of the day. As long as you follow the steps of the recipe, they should taste very similar. I know corn tortillas are gluten-free. I'm trying a new thing. Trust me. If you had a wheat allergy and had all of these things taken out of your diet, you would be trying new things too. And we've made corn tortillas like 5 billion times on stream. So I thought, yeah, let's try this. Everyone wanted to see it, and I know we have some gluten-free folk in here too. Okay, Katniss, before I turn the page, there's my reminder for your meal. December 2nd, I'll just put it on the side here for when I'm planning next. Kidney beans are a little firm and thick-skinned for a lot of stuff. That could be true. Yeah, if you're like particular about your beans, for sure use pintos then. But I really like kidney beans and like how they are kind of more like meaty, right? We've made them 5 billion times. Literally. Made an agua fresca for the first time. What was in it? Yeah, when I was working at the taqueria, I was doing like everything. I was in the kitchen. I was like kind of bartending, making drinks. The only thing I didn't want to do was like the till and work with money. So one of my favorite things always to make and drink was the agua de Jamaica with the hibiscus. An iced hibiscus tea. Oh, so refreshing. No queso fresco or cotija? Nope. I'm like cooking some pretty cheap meals. I don't know if you guys have noticed, just because I'm not working right now, is I don't want to be buying like these kind of more expensive things, but I am gonna make cheesy eggs just with probably like a Havarti I have in the fridge. My cheese drawer is full, so I literally couldn't buy any more. Found your tamarillos? Whoa. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Okay, so our list for the day. It's fruity and tomatoey. That'd be good in the morning. That'd be really good with like brunchy sort of things. Drink that with your breakfast. That's so cool. Maybe one day I'll make it to Ecuador. Okay, so our tortillas are gonna be pretty quick. So we soaked our millet yesterday as well as our kidney beans. I'm just making a small amount, right? Because it's just me. So there's our beans soaked overnight in water. We did it at the end of the stream. And then here's our millet. So we're gonna drain that. And then we blend up the millet in a blender. So it's more like a batter. We blend it with spinach, so it's gonna be a green tortilla. Pretty crazy. Yeah, that doesn't exist here, Bonk, like in a regular grocery store. So I'd first have to go to the Latin market, which honestly is not that far away. But I would probably get like maybe 100 grams of that for $5. It sucks. Like up in Canada, the way that Mexican food is so popular in America is not the same here. It's more like Indian food as well as all Asian cuisines. Mexican food and like any Latin foods is literally like at the bottom, and it's my favorite food ever. So I feel you being like, where's your queso fresco? Where's your tortilla? But it's not that easy to access here. And thank you for the follow, Order Fire 106. And it's cool that we get to like learn about what we have in our different countries, right? But that is definitely why I cook like a lot of Asian food, because we have so much access to those ingredients. Okay, so tortilla. We will strain millet. And then we'll blend it. And then all we have to do is obviously cook the tortillas later. That we will do. So we'll cook the tortilla. We might put a little bit of like crispy bacon in these breakfast tacos just for like a yummy, porky, smoky, crunchy aspect. So we'll do a little bit of prep first, and then tortillas are going to be one of the last things that we actually cook. Same with our eggs to go into the taco. That's like one of the last things, so just keep that in mind. But I was thinking that we would blend up the batter for the tortillas first, and then just kind of let it sit over on the side so it lets some of the aeration out when we blend it like that. When you were stationed in Japan, a Tabasco-themed Mexican restaurant opened up outside of the base. They were legit and made a killing. That is awesome. Yeah, I wish Mexican food was like more popular. That's why I was so excited to work at the taqueria, right? And that we are opening something like that here, because there's nothing like that. And now it doesn't even exist. So you could see like how it just comes and goes. But so this is like something that is known in Canada too. As soon as you head out of like your big cities and go towards the small towns in the country, every small town has a Chinese food restaurant. It doesn't matter how big or small this town is, there's always a Chinese food restaurant, and it's always open. But it's not like legitimate Chinese food, right, John? And hi. Hello, fellow Canadian knows this. It's not your legitimate Chinese food. I learned this when I lived in Vancouver. It's more like a Canadian North American Chinese. But honestly, all of them that I've been to are all good. I've never had a bad one. Okay, so there's our tortilla steps. The longest cook time today is gonna be our frijoles, but we are gonna cook it in the pressure cooker because I'm not gonna wait for like 3 to 4 hours to cook beans on the stovetop today. So we're gonna put them in the pressure cooker with a couple yummy aromatics and let those go, and then we'll start probably prepping everything else. I'm okay if the frijoles are done earlier rather than us waiting on them later. Nice thing about pressure cooker, once it's up to pressure on the stovetop, you don't really have to watch it. It'll probably take around 20-25 minutes for the kidney beans. We'll even probably push it to 30 minutes. It's just kind of annoying if you depressurize it too soon and then you open it and you're like, oh, it needs like a little bit longer, and then you have to start the process over. So let's not do that today. That is good, Brick Lane. I've never marinated beef with coffee, but I love to do a coffee rub. I've done it as well on lamb before, like a spiced coffee rub on a lamb rack. Holy smokes. It's good. All of this talking about food. Okay, so our beans, we also have to strain the water of those. And the other thing I really like about soaking your grains or legumes before cooking them is it actually takes out some of the impurities from the grains and legumes, as well as it helps you digest them a little bit more. And then if you wanted to take it a step further, you would sprout your grain before cooking it. So we'd like soak it now, we'd strain all the water out, and then just let the grain sit in the container until it literally sprouts open the seed. and then from there you go to cook it. Whoa, Planet Al? I have never seen brown rice at a Chinese food restaurant. You're right. Oh, that's a bad one too, right, John? It's like you wait an hour and a half and still the bones aren't cooked fully into the stock. Yeah, Samo showed me that lamb, and it's so delicious. A date mango chutney. Oh, mole even? Still on the Mexican topic? Yes, please. Okay, so strain our beans. I'll prep our aromatics. And then pressurize. And then here's all of our other little taco accompaniments. We have to make some pico de gallo, just a fresh tomato salsa. Love to make it. Roma tomatoes were on sale earlier this week at the store. 99 cents a pound. I was like, hello, yes please. That's gonna make a good salsa. Hi Josie, you made it. Welcome. We didn't have to call you up saying you're late. Okay, so our pico de gallo, you could use this like store-bought salsa, up to you. I just like to make it though. And then also for the frijoles recipe, it suggested eating the beans with a scoop of pico de gallo on it. So I thought that sounded really good. And then our cheesy eggs. Let's like dice up some bacon and make some little bacon bits for this. I thought that'd be good. And then last two things are pretty easy for the garnish. Just some avocado. As well as some pickled red onion have previously done in the fridge. And then all of these things together are like so colorful. The contrast on the tortilla is gonna look awesome. Should be an interesting stream of cooking. Minus 27 Celsius. Oof. We got a really nice day here today. I think it's gonna get up to like plus 13 or something. Yes, yeah, right, Brick Lane? As a Singaporean who eats Chinese food almost every day, brown rice is blasphemy. I've been eating so much rice. It's been lovely. Like at least once a day, I would say. Yep, jasmine rice is the money. Sam will never forget the day that he bought basmati rice because it was on sale at the store and then brought it home to me without telling me. I was like, what is that? Why did you buy this? That's not jasmine rice. He'll never live it down. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna pop up this tortilla recipe from Discord really quick so I can follow it. So I did a half of the recipe too. I only soaked 3/4 of a cup of millet because I didn't need multiple tortillas. So handful of spinach, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and olive oil. Use a blender to combine all ingredients. If it's too thick, add 2 tablespoons of water at a time. And then you just use, okay, so the olive oil is actually for on the pan, so the tortilla won't stick. And then it's 3 to 4 tablespoons for each tortilla, and you might have to like, it's almost gonna be like a crepe rather than a tortilla. I see what he did there. Basmati rice is very delicious with Indian food, I will say that, or like a pilaf. But most of the time, I'm a jasmine rice person. I'm about that jasmine. Okay, I'm gonna bring the blender over and then away we go. I also just have to get my fine mesh strainer to strain the millet. This is one of the crazier things we've made on stream in a while. It really is. And then one note on millet that I learned the other day too when I was reading up on it is there is something in it. If you eat too much millet all the time, it'll actually disrupt like the balance of your hormones in your body. So just don't eat millet all the time. I know it's like a good gluten-free option, but definitely try and mix in some other gluten-free things too. Because like once you disrupt the balance of your hormones, it's so hard to fix that. And it's interesting. Come on over. That there. On his way, I was like, you're coming home? Sweet. Don't eat millet all the time, but never eat a mallet. Unless you're like a beaver. Okay, so this is how it looks. It got kind of like foamy when we poured in the water yesterday. I think I've only ever had millet like puffed up on a salad. Have you guys ever had millet? I don't think I've had it like cooked like how we are gonna do it today. It was so funny yesterday when we were talking about it. Chat's like, you mean like bird food as in millet? I was like, yes. It was hard for me to find this. I didn't find it at my usual grocery store. I had to go for a fun little drive. And there was only like 3 of these bags on the shelf even. It's a hot commodity. Okay, let me get my blender top. Ah. This is where we're at. Is millet and couscous the same? No, couscous is made from wheat. Millet is an actual grain. It's an ancient grain that's been around since 8000 BC. And you are right saying that, Trev. It's like the grain of Asia. A lot of people don't know this. You found out you have pre-diabetes? No. And yeah, millet in bread, that's what it suggested on the bag, is like put some millet into your bread. Good for you. Yeah, you used to eat a lot of pasta and rice, but now you can't eat as much. My dad has diabetes. He's done like really good controlling it. But yeah, definitely no more pasta and rice, sadly, if you want to fix that up. Couscous is pasta and rice form. That's a good way to say it. I have a really good like organic couscous, but I can't even eat it, so I'll have to make it for Sam instead. Let's put this down there. This is a new one for me today too, so I'm kind of wary about what's gonna happen. But it just goes to show you have to try new things, right? You can't be scared. Life is about learning and trying different things. Don't always be the same. Grab the spinach. And then I just need what? Garlic powder and salt and pepper? Yeah, wheat is an interesting one. For like, it's becoming an interesting grain for a lot of people to try and digest. Like a little pinch. Maybe a teaspoon of salt. You don't want them to be bland, especially if we're adding spinach in there. This is true, Trev, yeah. At the last restaurant I worked at, we made a risotto. But it was a grain risotto. I mean, it wasn't gluten-free, but it was a sprouted grain risotto. I think I always had to prep like 3 or 4 different ones. Like, it took almost 3-day process just for me to prep all of the things for that dish, right? To be able to have the grains sprouted, and then you have to pressure cook them after that and like be ready for service. It was a very good learning experience. But yeah, grains really taste good if you do prepare them correctly. I did see it, Katniss. Yeah, I posted it on my Instagram story the other day. I was like, what? What? Hello, Canada, eh? Okay, so it just says a handful of spinach, so that looks good to me. And this is also true. Grains are also terrible if they're not prepared correctly. You would eat the taco with veggie, cheese, and no eggs? Nice. I would do that for you. Yeah, we don't really judge how people eat here. Okay, just some garlic powder, I guess, for flavoring. So we'll blend up the batter for the tortillas, and then we'll just let it sit on the side. A little bit of garlic powder goes a long way. You love barley? It's so good. That was my favorite soup ever. My mom made it so much growing up, so I got really good at making it too. It is so good. But that one is really, really, really not good for me anymore. Okay, so we're gonna do cold water so that we don't turn the spinach brown when we go to blend this up. I mean, Snoop probably quit smoking, let's be honest. Like, he's getting older now, so maybe for like health reasons, right? Because he said it was with consideration with his family. So what did he say? 2 tablespoons of water at a time? Oh, he doesn't add... Okay, so he doesn't add any water just yet, it looks like. Tempeh has millet in it. Tempeh is good. I've learned how to make that before too. Let me see what happens if we just try to blend this first. Yeah, can you really like come back from all of the cannabis you smoked over the years? I don't know. Nothing's happening. Okay, let's see. Let's see. The spinach is going, but I don't think anything's gonna happen to the millet without liquid. Like, hello? It smells garlicky, I will say that. Thanks for the follow, friend. Welcome. A fellow Canadian. Where in Canada are you from? Okay, there's still nothing really happening. Instagram chefs. That's all I'm really gonna say. I'll leave it there. Okay, we're looking liquidy. Yeah, more power, more footwork, more power, more footwork. Thank you for that. More energy, more energy, more energy. Or the other one. I did the drugs and the drugs are working. I did the drugs and the drugs are working. You're from BC? Nice. I used to live there. Use a molcajete? No, we're following the recipe, friends. If it doesn't work out now, then we might use something else. I'm just going to go grab my spatula for the blender. We're going to scrape all this down. I might add a touch more cold water because it looks pretty thick, and then we'll blend it again. Pour a can of Red Bull in it, you crazy wazy. The color is nice though. It just really went everywhere. It does look like pesto. I honestly didn't even think the grains would like blend up, but they did. It smells very garlicky. Not bland, that's for sure. Okay, now. It looks like pea soup almost. I'm just gonna take this down to scrape it. Otherwise the camera will go weird. It kind of smells like pesto if I'm being honest. But I think it's almost there. Yeah, we almost had it, like a nice batter there. Okay. Tap, tap, taparoo. We could do that too. When in doubt, just pass it through like the sieve that we strained the grains with. You're gonna get a molcajete soon? I have one. It is in storage, pretty sure. Yeah, it doesn't live at this location. It's in the storage locker. There's just like a few kitchen things that I don't use enough right now to like justify having it here. Sweet Katniss! The meatloaf recipe is your aunt, so she's gonna watch it? That's cool. Smooth like jazz? I listen to jazz every morning and evening. Let's just let this go for a bit. I don't think I'm gonna add any more water. Yeah, a molcajete is a Mexican version of a mortar and pestle. I think it has to be smooth. I'm just standing back because of the blender. It has to be smooth so that it's not like crunchy, like millet pieces in there. I'm gonna go plug my phone on the charger for later. I did get the wireless camera to work today though, so that's really exciting for me. I can actually take a photo later. It's almost done. It's liquefied. We done did it up. Yeah, I do like the molcajete because it is nice and shallow. I feel like you have more surface area to bash things up on. It's so heavy too. It's probably like 30 pounds. Chop that mole up and make some guacamole, Mish. Look at it. Mmm. It looks like a good consistency. I'm glad I didn't add any more water. And now let's really make sure we scrape all this. We don't waste it. That was easy. Oh my gosh, I really hope these work out. That'd be so cool. We can make like different variations. But I was also thinking what Katniss said is like, what if you made it like a pancake? put like a little bit of baking powder in when you go to blend it and like have a fluffy pancake that way, because you could make it sweet. Let's definitely rinse that lid so it doesn't become a pain to wash later. Holy guacamole. Ew, if this was guac, what would I call this? We used to make a really delicious, we'd mix salsa verde with avocado at the taqueria. It was so, so good as a sauce. So this is what it's reminding me of. But yeah, that's how it looks. So it's pretty liquidy. We'll see later what happens. And we'll let some of those bubbles dissipate too in the meantime, okay? Just put that over by the stove. So that was like one of the more difficult things today. I always consider things I've never done before difficult, because you don't really know what's gonna happen. And now we can actually start prepping some of the other garnishes. I'm just grabbing a hand towel. If it is too liquid, yeah, I do have a bag of masa. I could always just add that, right? Can I save you a few bubbles, Shek? Sure, just for you. Yep, this is why I love my Vitamix, Trev. I think we're definitely at year 10 on that Vitamix. She's old faithful at this point. Okay, so tortilla, strain, millet, blend, and then we just have to cook it. So next up is one of the longer processes, is making our frijoles. So it says strain that first, and then we gotta prepare some aromatics. So let's look over the recipe really quick. Guac foam, yeah, I need like a powder to make it into a foam, I think. It's 4 a.m. What are you doing? Oh, I know exactly what you're doing. You're hanging out with us. Okay. Go get some rest, friend. Thanks for hanging out with us. Super late, honestly, where you are. It's okay. Wish you could stay too. But you could always watch the VOD back over. It's not going to be a super long stream. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And maybe I'll see you next week for streams again. I also got to dig my pressure cooker out of the cabinet. So there's our soaked kidney beans. Pinto beans are just as delicious. Just didn't have any in the pantry. And the other bean I did have was like a Great Northern bean, which is really small. So I thought the kidney bean would be better with today's dish. Like I said, it's kind of got like a meaty texture when you cook them. And I feel like when you cook your own kidney beans versus like what you get in the can in the store, they do get a lot more tender. Like that's how they look. Like they don't even look that dark. So I just put that over by the stove, and then I was gonna also show you know that they soaked enough when they start to kind of like pop open. The skin is opened up. So they are re-moistened from being dry, and that's just gonna help them not take as long to cook. And then like I said, it also helps with digestion, so you won't like eat your beans the magical fruit. Deal? Maybe a little less. It won't like take it away completely. It'll definitely be less though. You guys have seen this one on stream before. That's my pressure cooker. It's not massive, but this is what we're gonna use to cook the beans today. And I love to cook like my pulses all the time in the pressure cooker. And then same like how John Leung was saying earlier, you could also make like stocks and bone broths in here in a quick amount of time. Really handy. I forget how large this is. I think it's like maybe 3 liter? 4 liter? Can you use canned kidney beans? I don't think it will turn out quite the same. Just because like when you cook the raw beans together with all of the aromatics, they're just gonna absorb a lot more flavor. So like Monk said, you could use the canned ones. They just might not be as flavorful, or just go a lot lower and slower so you do infuse the flavor in over time. Trev, I was terrified of using a pressure cooker until I had no choice to use one to prep my menu for the restaurant that I was working at. So I used it first to cook cornmeal from like a local farm so that I could make polenta fries. That was the first time I ever used a pressure cooker, and I was like, I don't even know like how to use this. Like, you guys really have to show me. And like, I was terrified the whole time. I was like, is this okay? What's going on? So they were like laughing at me. And then yeah, from there I had to pressure cook all of the grains for the grain risotto. And that was an awesome learning experience. And now, since then, I picked that one up. I think that was like a Costco special. It's like $20 or something. I was like, yes, please. And now I'm not scared. But yeah, the other sous chef I was working with, like, was telling me all of the horror stories that he's seen in restaurants from people using them. I was like, why would you tell me that now? Because it will literally, like, if you don't depressurize this properly, I am telling you, you will have beans and the juice everywhere. Because it's under pressure, right? So what do you think is going to happen when you open up and release it all at once? It's literally going to explode like a volcano. Just use your pressure cooker without a lid, no explosions yet. Well, you're not even pressurizing then. Hilarious. A bean party for sure, for months to come even. Yeah, make sure it's secure, make sure you depressurize it safely. And I like this one because it's more old school. Like, I always find that electronic things are made to break nowadays. Yes, they're easier to use in the meantime, but is it going to last you like the rest of your life? Probably not, whereas that probably will if I take really good care of it. Yeah, most people have a hand-me-down pressure cooker. I can't wait till I have like a massive one on our homestead for like canning all the vegetables and stuff at the end of the season. Just leave before your wife comes home. What is gonna be the more believable one? The kids did it or the husband did it? I'm dead. Okay, let me bring this bean recipe up. Frijoles de la olla. Zesty beans made on the stovetop, in the Instant Pot, or even in the crock pot, it says. Easy peasy. You'll need a handful of ingredients. I'm scrolling. So we don't really need the whole life story, right? Okay, I found it. So we need our dried beans, some onion and garlic. This is optional. Maybe we'll, since we're gonna have bacon out anyways, maybe we'll just stick a couple bits of bacon in there. It says a ham bone. So what a ham bone would be is most likely a pork hock. And then because they called it ham, it would be brined and smoked. So you're gonna get that extra flavor into there. But let's just do bacon today. And I will also say using the ham bone is going to add a lot of nutrients into that dish if you have it around, just from letting all that stuff come out of the bone over time into the beans. So good. Hi, Rise, how are you? You're having hot tamales. Nice. Very festive of you. Yes, yeah, the weighted topper. My mom had one too. It's just like, shh. I loved watching it. That's so funny. Okay, so this is literally the gist of it. Our dried beans, onion, garlic, some kind of pork if you want, and then water and salt. And then we'll make our pico de gallo to kind of spoon on top after. Yeah, that's the other awesome part about like pork shanks, ham bones, whatever you want to call it, pork hock, is they're quite inexpensive at the butcher shop. That's usually where you could find them. I don't often see them in a regular grocery store. Yeah, go to the butcher shop and it's so cheap. Like Josie said, 5 pounds for a ham shank. And you actually get like a pretty nice amount of meat off of it too. Chicken Kievs with ham and cheese instead of garlic butter. Yep, I'd be into that. Okay, let's get our onion and garlic out. And then we'll start kind of getting the sauce together for the beans, and then we'll start cooking. This is the longest process of the day. And then we just have to make sure we leave a little bit of onion for the pico de gallo too. We're gonna put a whole head of garlic in here, I think. Boom. And then we'll just kind of saute that up a little bit first by itself. Add some liquid, add the beans. I might add a couple of bay leaves. Just because it's really good tasting with beans. No chats. We always have to have a couple chats before we start so that we know what we're doing. But yes, I know it takes longer. But it is important. Otherwise, how can I teach you guys properly? A rib? A traditional Norwegian Christmas pork dish? What's that? Hi, Scooter. How are you? Let's do half and half, I think. So that's gonna be for our salsa. And then this, just chunk it up. You can see it's like a funny piece of onion to begin with. Let's do that. Nice like 1/2-inch cubes. Then we'll crush our garlic. It's like a roasted pork belly. Yes, please. I mean, I had pork belly in my life yesterday and it was lovely. So, so good. And then I also, for like my dinner last night, I had the leftovers, a portion of the chicken I made for Mish. So good. I don't understand why like a ton of people don't like leftovers, because so many things are actually like better tasting the next day. A nice picture. Let me see this. Thanks, Paloozer. Whoa, that does look good. What are the other things on there with it? That look like a tasty little platter. But more fatty. I mean, we do like pork belly here. We've been cooking it every week so far. Loads of blue Stilton. Out of like all blue cheeses, Stilton is definitely one of my favorites. Don't even like hit me with a Roquefort. Or even Costello. Don't even. Pork and cabbage. That's a good duo, we could say. Just like pork and apples. Stilton is good. Like, out of anything, if you guys can just go to culinary school, just straight it up for the cheese tasting class. It was the greatest thing ever. Like a class just to taste cheese, and then we'd always make like a charcuterie board at the end with like crackers and nuts and breads. If you left culinary school hungry at the end of the day, that was literally your own fault. You have to put it in a tub, yeah, because your son hates it, the smell. Oh yeah, Scoots, the waffles. I'm so excited to try them now. They look really good, like crispy and fluffy. That's fair, Cat. I don't even have any feta in the fridge. My cheeses... In the drawer currently, I have cream cheese, a marble, cheddar, a Havarti, and then in the freezer I have a goat cheese. A log of goat cheese. Let's just slice this so it's a little bit smaller and easier to eat with the beans. I know. I have to walk to the Italian center this week and grab another tub. I had to pay a bunch of bills first, Chad. I'm sorry. I couldn't go all out on the grocery shop this week. But now we're on the up and up. So don't worry. I couldn't have all of the cheeses that I've ever wanted. Oh, and I still have my aged Gouda. The like 300-day aged Gouda brick. Still kicking it. It's basically like Parmesan now. Folsom. Thank you very much for the follow. Catch you later. Dad's getting a Tesco delivery? Cool. Which one am I using? I think Havarti, because it'll be so creamy. Although I don't mind like a marble cheese with eggs. That's like what I grew up on. I think I'll do the Havarti so it's like so creamy it just kind of melts into the eggs. Kat, you like brie cheese, blue cheese, Havarti, cheddar, Munster. There's not a ton of cheeses that I don't like. Okay, let me set up our camera here for the beans. And then we'll get cooking. We're starting cooking. Oh yeah, and I also have to chop up some bacon really quick. That was our other task. So happy my camera is wireless today. Okay, so just move this over. Oh, Cambazola is a good one too. You're right. Just not ever Roquefort. What? I didn't know there's an Italian cheese with live maggots in it. Please. Extra protein? Gross. Okay, here's our bacon. We used this a couple days ago. Wait, I need a cutting board. No raw meats on the wooden cutting board. Not allowed. And then... Okay, I maybe won't use all of this bacon because I think I want to make like a breakfast sandwich this week for myself, so I'll save a couple pieces. It's a textural sensation. Ah! Wait, they eat it when they're still alive? What the heck? Definitely need to eat it with wine. Okay, I'll save 3 strips of bacon for myself this week. Then we'll do 2 strips for the beans. And 2 to crisp up. So basically we're going to brown all of this in the pressure pot, but then I'm just going to strain out a couple of bacon bitties that got crisped so that we can use it for taco garnish, because that's going to be really good. I think I might pass on that cheese too, Bonk. Let me just wash my hands. You're eating Taco Bell? My gosh. I haven't had Taco Bell in a long, long time. Probably at least over half of my age now. We have a Taco Bell. Like, I grew up in a suburb outside of where we live now. Kind of like 30 minutes away. So we had a Taco Bell in our town, in our city, we can say. I don't know. Suburb. I remember going there, but the last time I was there, I was like pretty young. And like, it was definitely a spot where like the couple homeless people would hang out. And definitely someone was like way too drunk there and they totally like barfed up their Taco Bell in the restaurant. And literally after that time, my parents just like never took us back. But it was my favorite place to like make the crazy mixed soft drinks. It was so gross. Like, I still remember it to this day. To this day. Hi, Annie. Yeah, I get why the cheese is eaten with wine, because you literally have to be so drunk to even try it. Ugh, gross. Okay, cut these pretty nice and small. We're making little bacon bitties. How are you doing, Annie? How was your chaperoning last night? You stayed up late partying with the kids or what? Okay, I'm just gonna put this over in the pot. And then I can wash my hands and my knife. And the cutting board. All of the things. 10:30, so you were partying. Holy. It went good though? Aww. Thank you, Annie. Spoiling chat, always. Thank you for gifting the sub to Katniss. 819 subs total gifted to the channel. I appreciate you. Welcome back, Kat. 17 months, baby. Okay, let's come on over. Wow, look at that view. I'm gonna like bring it back a bit. Okay, let's turn this on to like medium-ish high heat. More medium than high. And I'll just grab a spoon and try and separate some of these bacon bitties. So we're gonna fry the bacon until it's crispy. I'm gonna take a couple of them out, just let them drain so that we can garnish the taco with it. You're all about it, ambient deal? Nice. Me too, I'm excited for this. Look at the view. And then we will get our beans together. And then while the beans are pressurized and cooking, then we're gonna make our pico de gallo, our salsa, and get the last few things together before we try our tortillas. Good morning, Mom. How are you doing? We need an Annie sub emote for all of his gifted subs. That would be funny. I honestly think I have to like use my hands to separate this. I hate when it all sticks together and then just kind of becomes a mess. Yeah. It's already heating up pretty good. Should be sizzling in no time. I do have a gluten intolerance. I'm starting to learn how to deal with it a lot better though. So we have been like trying all these new things that I found online. Your gluten-free bread is rising now, Annie. Perfect. That is true, Shecht. These are the things that we don't think of. Isn't it weird to have to reach over the hot burner just to turn the dial? You're right. Yeah, Annie's girlfriend bread. I also have a girlfriend intolerance. Okay, I'm popping the window open because we're cooking. And we need our fan so we don't set the smoke detector off. You know the deal. Don't act like you don't. Don't even pretend like you don't know. Holy, there's not even a cloud in the sky. It's like a summer day out there. Okay, so we're gonna let that go for a bit. In the meantime, let's grab a bowl out for our salsa. I'll grab out some of the other ingredients while we're waiting. Yes, it is such a dumb design, because you're right. Literally every day I have to wipe all the dials off and stuff, because it always splashes. Annie, thank you for the 300 bitlies, evening it up 24% of the way through our bit goal. It's okay, I was wondering what was going on. I think everyone's doing good today. We got bacon on. It's gonna be good. My beautiful tomatoes. Oh no. It falled over. We need some cilantro. I got the limes that Bonk needed yesterday. I got your limes, Bonk. What is Christmas rolls? You're welcome. What kind of Christmassy rolls? Get the keyboard a blanket checked because it was freezing? Oh my gosh. We're all fired. Okay, so it's like a sweet roll. I need to stir this. I see browning. Porky goodness in our life. Just gonna get a small plate with a little paper towel piece on it to put our couple of bacon bits. That way we can, like, I don't know, maybe reheat them later. Pop them in Chef Mike for a moment so they're warm. Is there such thing as sweet limes? That is a good question, Annie. Oh my gosh. Really had a lot of cilantro in there. I don't know. Because, yeah, Meyer lemons are like a sweet lemon. You're right. Everyone needs to try a Meyer lemon at some point in their life. That bacon is not taking long. I will say my pressure pot has a really nice, like, thick bottom. So it holds the heat and cooks so nice. I do like to cook in it. You made more beer rocks? What's that one then? There's so many like cool European Christmassy things. But I have no idea what any of these words even are. Get me some limeys. We'll start with one lime and then go from there. Who dat? Panda Bear? With a full 1 year? I'm honored, friend. Prime Gaming sub. Welcome back to the kitchen crew. How have you been? 12 full months of subscribing to Cook with Kate. This is not taking very long. Make our bacon bits. Minced beef and sauerkraut. I would eat that. Wait, there's Palestinian sweet limes? What a coincidence. Huh. You should go check. You're excited? Me too, Panda Bear. Thank you for being here with us. And Katniss just kicked off a hype train. Okay, we'll do this. Choo choo! Just for you. Thank you for the, what was that? 225 bitlies? Okay, this stuff's almost done. So next up, the onion and garlic is gonna go in here. I might take all the bacon out right now. Just with a slotted spoon. Just so it doesn't burn while we cook the onion and garlic, and then I'll put a little bit more back into there. You know your bacon is basically done when it starts to foam up the fat. Okay, that looks good. I'm just gonna turn it off for a sec while I scoop. We're gonna keep all that yummy bacon grease down there though. That's all goodness, so that's why we use a slotted spoon, right? We're gonna fry the onion and garlic in there for the beans. There we go. We even built up a fond. Hey. That's that. We'll turn it back on medium heat. We'll bring over our onion and garlic. If the bacon is getting too crispy, just add more bacon. Trev, please. Bonk is a fruit grown in California. You're not a veggie. I need water? Thanks, Ruru. How did you know? I just need to first stir this. Whoa, that smells so good. There's not much that smells better than onion and garlic frying in bacon fat. Not much in this life. Whoa! What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Yeah, don't. Torino got one? We know like all of those names, don't we? Thank you, Annie. I love how it's always a surprise. Holy guacamole! Greek? Hi, Greek. Okay, let's welcome everyone in, and thank you to Annie for gifting subs to our wonderful online community. And we know these people. I love that. We got Mrs. BC, vicariously through you, Torino Evolve, a fellow Canadian, Captain Taft, and the Crimson Effer. I smell garlic. Smell garlic browning. I'm gonna start by adding 2 cups of water to this to deglaze, but we'll probably need like 4 cups of water to cook the beans. Thank you, Kimmers, for the 13. Whoa! Thank you, Kimmers, for the 1,000. We're now at 26% of the way through. Guys. And Buffalo Safari's here. Is this a party? I don't even know. It's a party. Don't say that, Bonk. No feta in the fridge. Oh my gosh, Josie just stabbed me. I'm walking away. I'm grabbing a couple bay leaves. And Mish gets mad when I say the Europeans are unhinged. Please. That's love right there. Couple of Baileys, I wish. It's not December quite yet. Soon though. Throw those in there. I'm not gonna go crazy with like trying to brown this stuff because I don't want to burn the fond from the bacon. But we'll definitely get some color on the garlic and we'll just see where the onions end up. And I think I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper right now. Always season your foods before, during, and after the cooking process. The other thing I was thinking of putting in was I got this actually from our Latin market last time I was there. So it just looked so delicious. So I really want to put this into the beans. Okay, I'll show you in the other screen, I think, so it's not gonna stay. What is this? Clem? Hi, Clem. Thank you for the 27 months in a row. How are you? Okay, look at this. I picked this up at the Latin market last time, so I'm gonna put a spoonful of that in with the water because it smells fantastic. Like, look at that. Okay, I'm adding water. And another one. Caldo de pollo. Have you had it before, Katniss? Where's the chicken emote? I know we used to have a rooster. Is it not there no more? Did it get kicked out of the mix? So that was 1 liter of water, or 4 cups. Just put a spoonful of this caldo de pollo in. And I will say, like, out of all the mixes, Knorr is, like, pretty money for what it is. And I've never seen this one before, so I was like, I have to try this. I'm gonna do, like, that much, like a tablespoon. And I'm gonna use this spoon to scrape all the goodness off of the bottom of the pot. And you'll see, like, how dark this is gonna get. The color of the broth. What am I supposed to do? Oh, the rooster emote. Sambo has it. It's a bit tier, isn't it? Knorr. I always say Knorr. It's part of working in a restaurant kitchen, I think. Is like we're kind of ridiculous when we say those things because we've used it so much times. Get the Knorr. Because Because it's like one of our most hated things at the same time, right? Okay, I'm trying this. Mmm. It's like so roasty tasting. Knorr. I'm just gonna keep saying it. Wreck chat. Okay, next up. Put the beans in. You turn it up because we were trying to bring it up to a simmer. And then we're gonna pressurize that. Thank you, my peoples. Level 3, hype train, 7 subs, 1,538 bits. Please enjoy all of your emotes that you got too. We need to make a Knorr command. Knorr. You were playing No Man's Sky, Annie? Sweet. Bay leaves are totally underrated. We were having that chat yesterday as well on stream. Oh, I just reached for my pen here because I usually have a pen in like a pocket on my chef's coat. Doesn't exist on the apron though. Okay, beans strained. We got the aromatics and we're gonna pressurize. Yeah, there was no pen here. Bay leaves are good and crunchy. Eat them on up. Okay, and then in the meantime, we're making our pico de gallo. I can cross off the bacon bits. Those are done. And while we're waiting this for to come up to a simmer, this is my bathroom break time. Everyone go take a quick break or go grab some more beverage. I will be back in a moment. I have returned. You will both break and bev. Yeah, no peer pressure. What do we do with peer pressure? Cold shoulder it. That's what we're taught. Okay, on my cutting board I have all these tasty ingredients. I'm so excited for our salsa. Getting everything ready. Laying it out for our next step. Secker mommy. It must smell delicious, but you can't breathe? No. It's stuffed up. That's the worst ever. Go eat a bunch of ginger. Clear out your sinuses. Let's stir this. So I always like to bring it to a simmer before I put the lid on and pressurize it. Yeah, eat some garlic. Oh no, Shek. Not the peer pressure. You guys are crazy, you know that? In the best way possible, though. Okay, I'm gonna put this bouillon away, and then when I come back, I'm gonna put the lid on. It's looking so good. Do you smell like food after all the time working in a kitchen? For sure you do. For sure you do. And like different materials of fabric, we can say, absorb the smells differently too. Like I find cotton is very nice to like work with in the kitchen, is it doesn't really absorb too much smell, and then it's easy to also wash. Dang, that sucks. That sucks, sucker. Okay. So we are putting this on. I'll show you the proper way to do it. Is this goes right here. We're gonna do this till it clicks. Like that. Over time, there's a little like silicone, let's say a lock there. That's gonna pop up when we start to get steaming, and that's gonna kind of lock it in. And then we are gonna set this, so right now it's on high pressure. So as you turn it, it creates more pressure. We're gonna, or sorry, it was on low pressure there. That's when we release it. We're gonna turn it all the way to like the meat symbol. And you can see we're already creating pressure through here. And then when this gets locked, then the steam will start to come through here, and we'll turn the heat down to like medium low. Do you ever shout when you twist it? Too bad you can't ban a mod. It's gonna blow! Also had to like center this back on the burner. It's like hanging off the edge for some reason. Hi, Oak Oak. How are you? Just yell lockdown. Just freak everyone out. I want to peek at what's going on back here. Did it kind of thicken up? It kind of did thicken up as it's just like sitting here, the tortilla batter. This is going to be so cool to try. How are you doing today, Blood Oak? Did you get some good rest in? A new cat sitter? Cool. For like when you go on your trip. That's nice. And the kitties like him. That's like really important, right? I do love that song, Bonk. Under pressure. Cutest pibble baby. A basset hound pit bull mix. You can't tell me these things exist. That's seriously the favorite part of going for a walk every day, is if I get to pet either a dog or a cat. And yesterday I got both. I had a city kitty visit me, and then I also had a really cute dog. Like, you know when the owner and the dog's walking like pretty far in front of you, but then the dog notices you like walking behind him, and they're like, hey, there's like a human back there. The dog slowed down so much, wouldn't even let the owner keep walking unless I gave it a pet. It was so cute. And like the dog had on a harness that matched literally the color of the sweater I was wearing. I was like, it's just meant to be. He was so cute. And then the owner noticed I was also playing Pokemon Go, because I might also do that on my walks. And she's like, I hope you catch lots of Pokemon today. Okay, this is really up. Let's turn it down. Simmer down. I turned down the heat, but it might take a moment for the bubbles to catch up, the steam. I went from a 5 to a 3. And like this isn't super hot yet, but be careful later on because it will build up and get really, really hot. Holy, that's like the most flavorful smelling steam ever though. Yeah, we could steam our clothes and just smell like frijoles. Oh, that's a good idea, Bonk. Yeah, avoid the cats if you're allergic for sure. Okay, it's simmering down now. Aw, that's cute. Even your shy kitty liked them. Okay, I think we're at good pressure. So let's set a timer. I'm gonna go 30 minutes. Because a lot of times when I do the 20-minute timer for the kidney beans, they're not quite tender enough for me. So I'm gonna go 30-minute timer on that. So now we can come over and make our pico de gallo. Yeah, that's a nice steam. You don't want it too low because then it's gonna take a long time. And you don't need to crank your pressure cooker on high heat because I don't know what will happen, honestly. Okay, so here's our pico de gallo ingredients. I didn't link a recipe today, but we've made this many times before on stream. All you need is white onion, tomato, lime, cilantro. You can add garlic if you want, but I have garlic in a bunch of other spots today, so I don't want to just taste garlic in my dish. And then just some salt and pepper. Pressure cookers are the greatest. And yeah, I was always curious about like the 2-lock method on this one too. But it works so good, Annie. Like I feel almost safer, right? Okay, so we're gonna cut our onion nice and fine. I don't like big chunks of onion in my salsa. I know this piece of onion is funny. It's just like a little wedge that I had left over from earlier in our streams this weekend, so I thought we would use it up. And we can turn it and go back across the other way. Then we used everything. You still haven't been practicing to cut an onion like this, Annie? Yeah, it is pretty simple. I mean, I was lazy the other day on stream and like cut an onion so funny. I don't know why. I was just like feeling lazy, like I said. It's like for the days that you don't care about cutting an onion the most proper way, just do this. It was fun. Get a pack of Band-Aids? No. Well, I mean, like, I guess. Everyone should always have a pack of Band-Aids in their house. But don't scare them. You can't live your life in fear. That's cool, Katniss. Yeah, I consider myself kind of an animal whisperer too. Just seeing if these are really nice and clean. They are clean. Okay, so we're just gonna take the top of the tomato off. Car says, hi, how are you? Welcome. You actually super glue your cuts, Shecht? Okay, so now this is how I like to cut a Roma tomato. Stand it up on the flat side. I'm not gonna go too crazy chunky with this salsa because we're putting it in a taco. So we'll practice some knife skills today. like 1/4 inch thick slices of tomato, let's say. And I just kind of let them sit like that, and then we can go back over. But yeah, that whole bag of tomatoes only cost me like $2 at this store. I was so happy they were on sale because they look phenomenal. 99 cents a pound. I was like, am I dreaming? Dermabond is like actual skin glue. Don't the toms need the seeds and skin removed? No. No, you don't have to. I think that's more of a personal preference, but I like all that goodness in my salsa. Okay, so then from here, I always take off like the end pieces of tomato first and just set them to the side, and then I kind of just layer these slices up 2 by 2. And then we will cut nice cubes. I probably should have got that skin glue like on my pinky. I got like a really bad cut on my pinky when I was working in the restaurant. I sliced it with a paring knife by accident. But instead I just wrapped it up really good. I wrapped it up so good that the guy at the walk-in clinic was like, I'm not even gonna unwrap this because you did such a good job. It must be okay. I was like, I mean, I guess. So then I cut 4 times, or 1, 2, 3 times that way. And then we just go across. Make nice little tomato bits. Why am I sorting it? Because it's easy to cut like this. So when we prep like this, it's called mise en place. And that's a French term that means just everything in its place. So you will learn to do these things when you are like under more pressure, right? Like when you're working in a restaurant, you're getting paid to do your job. So you can't take the amount of time that you would at home preparing these things. So you really learn to work quickly, and you learn the processes that will help you work quickly. So this is why I do things a certain way at home, is because it is the most efficient for me. Annie. I love the energy you guys have in chat today. It really makes me happy. This is why we do this, right? Whoa. Oh, yeah, Greek, I just noticed your thing. If you don't want your guac watery. I never put tomatoes in my guac, because usually when I have guac, I always have pico. So I keep them separate, right? But that is a good tip, yeah. For guac that's not as watery, you can take the seeds and the juice out. Okay, now we're gonna come this way. Just gonna go 2 slices through this side. This is your socialization. Me too. Yep, it's my fave. I don't have a ton of friends like either from earlier on in my life, just because I've done a lot of different things than like everyone that I was raised with. So we don't have a ton in common anymore, especially without like having kiddos. I'm very grateful for all of my internet humans that we have met over the years, because this is like a pretty cool thing if we think about it. Yeah, fresh pico is life. I made a lot of salsa. I'll probably pick up a bag of tortilla chips or something this week. We'll see, because I still have some avocados too that are gonna ripen. Okay, now just to pick this up and transfer, I'm gonna grab a bench scraper. Yeah, we're humans. That's what I tell people. Really, I actually think I'm an alien though. I don't actually think I'm from this planet. Sam believes it too. Everyone always thinks I'm so weird when I say that. When like funny things would happen at work, it's like, okay, I'm ready to go back to my home planet now. This one, I'm not enjoying. I think the funniest thing that happened at work one night though, when I was working nights, is we hear on the radio, someone's like, and then she like said this name. She's like, there's a really bright light hovering over top of camp. And I did post this in Discord, so some of you might remember me posting this. It's a really bright light hovering over camp right now, and it's not moving. And like, you're in the middle of nowhere, right? In the Arctic. So it's like, what the heck could that be? Like, there's no air traffic right now. No, it ended up being Venus. It ended up being Venus in the sky. It was that bright. Yeah, we are aliens, exactly. Go anywhere else in this universe and you literally are one. You better believe it. Yeah, it was Venus. Like right next to the moon, so it was super bright and like low in the sky still. But she like freaked everyone out. Yeah, it was like 2 months ago, I would say, Greek. What are we making juicier because we squash it now? The lime? I love it too, Katniss. Frickin' love the solar system and the universe. I missed the meteor shower the other night, though. And, like, I was actually out driving. I probably wouldn't have seen it anyways, just because of the light pollution. We're not really gonna, like, squash the tomatoes, Buffalo. We're just gonna mix it up. This is how it's supposed to be. It's not like a cooked version of salsa. That's cool, Katniss. I need to get that app. You guys ever do this when you like juice citrus? Rub it all over your hands and then... Ugh, such a good smell. So refreshing. Okay, now we're gonna cut up some cilantro. We are halfway through our bean cooking. You've only ever had the canned version, so this is a fresh version that I love to make. And it's important that, like, when you make this version, all the ingredients are really nice as well, right? You don't want, like, a crappy tomato or, like, a not-so-juicy lime, anything like that. And it is so, so good. It'll last, I'm gonna say, like, up to no more than 5 days in your fridge, because after that tomatoes start to like taste weird, I find. Okay, this is our older cilantro, so I'm just gonna like pick through the pieces to use it up first. Yes, yeah, make a cocktail if you're squeezing lime. This is also true. Oh, that was a good one. Okay, put that on that side. I'm making like a good pile and a bad pile. Lasted pretty good in the fridge though, considering it's already been in there for over a week. Yeah, I don't often buy like a jarred salsa either, Katniss. One of my like guilty pleasures, this was more when I was young, I haven't done it recently, is the queso in the jar though. I used to crush that when I was young. I don't know what is with it. It's just so freaking good though. I love me cheese. Cheesy chips. We can use the stems today, sure. Why not? I kind of like the crunch they put in when we use them. So that's probably enough cilantro for our salsa. We don't have to overdo it. Yeah, the Tostitos brand, seriously. Oh, these ones are not so good either, so I might as well just throw it out. Actually, none of that is. None of it. I've been there. I am like on the water today. Panda, you like extra cilantro in your pico? Okay, so since we're using the stems, let's just line them up. At the bottom, we'll give them all a little trim because they're kind of browned. And then we'll chop it all up. Go like there. I think we got every single one. No. Like, if you live in a house, you compost. I don't understand why we can't compost living in an apartment building. Because, like, let's put it this way. When we lived in Vancouver in 2013, so 10 years ago, we lived in Vancouver and we had a full compost setup in our apartment building. Everything. It was my favorite. But the fact that we don't have a compost set up is, like, honestly atrocious. Yeah, right, Greek? Like, it's been in Vancouver for, well, 10 years already. But still you can't have it set up here? Like, come on. Do better, in my mind. Like, what are we paying taxes for? Yeah, straight up. The apartment you live in doesn't even recycle? Oof. So do you just, like, do your own recycling on the side, then? Because, yeah, if I had compost, as well as, like, the recycle that we already have, my garbage would be so empty. You don't have any compost either, hey, Bonk? Because it's probably, like, an added cost for the entire building, right? So then they'd have to, like, charge you more for rent or something for maintenance. Yeah, I always take bottles to the recycle depot. Like, once I have a small bag of, like, my soda cans, I'll take it. And it's like $4, but whatever. Thanks, Katniss. Okay, I got kind of herbed up. So I'm just gonna go wash everything off, and then we'll add some salt and pepper and taste this. But that's our salsa, everyone. Complete. Let's also wipe the cilantro off the board. Yeah, me too, Bonk. Here, so this is a good one. This is something I really like about our building, is all of our garbage cans are in a locked room. So you don't get anyone like picking through them, other than maybe the day that they have to get put out for the trucks to come and pick it up. But yeah, everything's locked up, so it's like so nice and quiet. Cause yeah, in Vancouver, oh my gosh, when it was garbage day, just because of the dense population where we lived, from like 4 a.m. to like when the truck came to pick up the recycling and garbage, it was nonstop. It was like a full-on party in the alley. It was nuts. It's like there was never any sleeping in on that day. I was like, oh, it must be garbage day again. That's smart. That's what I used to do, Katniss, when we lived on the island. I would literally just like throw all of the veggie and garden scraps like just over our fence, which was our deck that then had like a deer path. That's amazing, Mish. I am coming over. I'm moving. Okay, salt and pepper, and then you need a spoon. Birds and the squirrels, yes, they probably love that. Like a little bit more, I think. I think it was also a very eye-opening experience if you ever go to Las Vegas. So there was one year that we drove there. We took a road trip and drove in, and then obviously we had to drive and leave out of the city. Well, we left there like an early morning in Las Vegas, and all it is literally a convoy of the biggest garbage truck sea cans driving down the highway to the landfill outside of the strip. And there's just garbage like flying out of the trucks. I was like, we are in a dystopia. It was hilarious. I was like, so that's where all the trash goes. Garbage tornadoes, basically. I was like, this is wild. What? This looks good. Looks really good. You could make a salad out of this for sure. Yeah, you're halfway there already. You already have it dressed. Okay, let's try it. Okay, everything's good but the salt level. Everything's good but the salt level. Got a nice little kick of cilantro. In my first bite, the onions like taste nice and sweet. Same with the tomatoes. The lime is there but not overpowering. You just need to balance it. We need more salt. You can't live without salt, Greek. Very important. You're like my sous chef, Greek, on streams. You're like the play-by-play. Everything tastes so bright and fresh. Ooh, cumin is really yummy in it. Although I don't want to have like cumin with my eggs today, you know what I'm saying? Well, it probably isn't gonna be bad, but cumin is delicious. Yeah, don't forget the quinoa. Honestly, adding a spoonful of that to this would probably be so good. We need more? No, we need nor. So I'm just gonna never live that one down then? Awesome. Cool. Okay, pico. Cross it off, but the pen's not clicked. Pico, done. Okay, next one, our cheesy eggs. So we're just gonna like scramble some eggs, and I wanna grate some cheese really quick. What cheese do we want? Do you want a creamy Havarti? Or you want more like kind of a cheddar-esque flavor? That's what we got. And then I suppose I'll do like 3 scrambled eggs. Just so we can fill all of the tortillas when we make them. Both? I don't want both. I mean, this one's opened. So I'll probably just do that one, because the other one's not opened. The 2-in-1, the marble. Okay, I'm voting Havarti too. Me too. Pickled onions back here. Bring them up for later. Creamy tacos. Yeah, we're gonna make cheesy eggs. I don't often eat scrambled eggs without cheese in them. And that's gonna be actually the last thing we cook. First, it's gonna be tortillas cooked in the pan until they're all done. And then after that, we'll do the eggs. And the beans will be done by then too. Yeah, this one, and it is so good. Love how perfectly it just fit in here. Samo made sure he stocked my cheese drawer up before he left. That was very thoughtful of him. I'll show you how I opened this, because it's already been opened. I like made like a little window to just like open it up so that if you flip it this way, you can just do this. Take off the plastic and you don't even have to touch the cheese. And then we're just gonna cut, what, our little nub off of here. I think I'm gonna do it like this. It'll probably be easier to grate it rather than a thin piece. Because it's so soft. Yeah, he's good, except he forgot the feta. It okay. Mish. You're gonna grate it? We'll see if it works. How else are we gonna put it into the egg? Godspeed, thank you. Thank you, Greek. Appreciate you. Hey, I've done a lot of things on stream that you guys have questioned over the years. You really still questioning? That's too little cheese? Are you serious? That's like as much cheese as the eggs. That was the other thing I was thinking, Kat. Put it in the freezer just to firm it up. My cheese grater is pretty sharp. Let's just see. It can't be any worse than like a soft pizza mozzarella. When are we not serious? This is also fact. I'm serious right now. Are you though? Let's see. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay, maybe there's slightly some things wrong. But we'll try and grate most of it. You just saw that little nubbin that came off, but I think that was supposed to be a chef snack anyways. It's true, yeah, Proxima. Be careful, you really have to read the room before you cut the cheese. Mish hasn't even laughed a day in her life. Not once, not ever. Okay, get a small container. And you guys thought I couldn't grate the Havarti. Do you even know me? Sometimes I wonder. That was the 30-minute timer going off, by the way. I'll just use a bowl for the eggs. That was the frijoles timer. I love when you guys just figure out each other's genders in chat. It's my favorite. It's like when Sam and I are at work together and then people realize that we're actually husband and wife. Hilarious. Cheesy. Cheesy cheese. Okay, so should we depressurize? I suppose we shall. 30 minutes, done. So now, turn this off. And then we are gonna twist this back the other way to let the pressure out. So see how this is like low? So we're gonna let a bunch of that hot steam out. A 12-year-old with no gender. And this is important to do this step, otherwise you will have beans everywhere in your kitchen. It'll be sad times, really. Yeah, big boomba, exactly. Get this for my scramblers. Carnage. Okay, one more setting. Maybe two, actually. 3rd-degree burns, and yeah, a bean wallpaper. A redesign of the whole kitchen. And yeah, that's the other part, is like if you try to take the lid off while it's under pressure, it would be very difficult. Because there is a full silicone ring that goes around on the lid. So like you'd have a hard time trying to get it off anyways, and then all of a sudden it would just go boom. I'm not answering that question. And he says, what was the worst appliance disaster you've had on stream? Probably the KitchenAid that never started, right? Shh, Mish. We don't bring up the potato water on stream anymore. It really was a no-key. But there have definitely been some fails on stream. And you still can't make me blush about them. I'm only, I think, human. Okay, that's the last setting. So when this is done going nutso, then we can open it. Mora63, thanks for the follow. Or the soba noodles. I mean, they were edible at least. But definitely not good. Definitely not great, even. The gnocchi. So I think I just made gnocchi from scratch. I didn't follow a recipe. And then I went to boil them and it just disintegrated in the water. Did I just end the stream? I don't even remember what I did. Oh yeah, Sam with the hot wok full of oil on stream, almost tripping. There's been some crazy times. Okay, ready? So we also know we're good because this second lock, it always is orange when it pops up, so you can clearly see it. It's already popped down, so we're okay. Boom! No, I'm just kidding. But that was hot steam, so be careful. Those look good. Those look good. I just don't know if they're fully cooked. Let's see. We can put them back under pressure while we do the tortillas and stuff. Mmm. They're tender. Tender. Okay, I'm bringing them over. And tasty. Guys, I miss Poshers too. She was like such a good cooker dog. Ew, the lamb. When we bought the lamb shanks, cooked them, and then they were actually rotted. We didn't know. Yeah, the veggie snacks. She definitely missed on like her last year of being with us because she was like blind. She was literally blind by that time. Didn't even know. Oh yeah, or when we broke the Vitamix top by making green curry paste, but it was actually just the Vitamix got old and then they sent us 2 brand new ones for free. Okay, so this is our frijoles. You can see the broth is pretty loose. So I think we're just gonna turn this pot on the back burner there and slowly get it to reduce so that it's a little bit thicker and saucier. But the beans are really good, guys. Like, they're really nice and tender. We made very flavorful broth. I know I can reduce it because it's not too salty, but that's how they look. And the skin is not very hard either. But yeah, it's literally just like falling apart. It's so, so good. She was a very good girl, Poshers. Mmm. Wow. Just like a little bit of love goes a long way in your food. I'm just gonna put it to the other burner so that we can do some cooking coming up. The tortillas. She's all out of love. Are you lost? You're lost without us? Okay, that's it. I'm gonna take one more bathroom break because I have been chugging the water. I don't know why. And then we're doing tortillas. It's tortilla time. I'll be right back. Hello? Hello. Flavorful beans will make for scent-filled farts. That needs to go on like a hoodie or something. Free the holes, if you will. Katniss has love to share. Thanks, Kat. Okay, let's go over. I'm gonna grab some olive oil. We definitely need some. I think that's like eggs from when I was cooking the other day. We need oil in here though. Why does that look like poop? And then we're gonna go, let's go medium heat to start. I don't know, I've never made these tortillas before. They probably don't need as high of a heat though as like a corn tortilla to try and like puff it up, right? Because this is more like a crepe of sorts. So let's treat this like that rather than a corn tortilla. I think that'll be our best bet. Hello, stop a 400. How are you? It's like Spot is bugging me. Get it? Gone. Okay, just doing a quick little cleanup while we're waiting for the pan to heat up. And then we just need to grab a plate with a clean dish towel on it for the tortillas. Is it a special spoon holder? That is my roommate's. I think he got it when he was in Mexico or something. I don't know, he's at work, so I can't ask him. You're doing good? I'm also doing good. Thanks for asking, and thanks for stopping by. Josie the truck streams, me too. Oh my gosh. This is why Sam was working hard like he is, so that we can actually build the truck out. Okay, there's that. Our beans are back here simmering, you could see them, and then we have this. This is our tortilla batter. It is millet grain that was soaked overnight, and then we blended it with spinach, salt, pepper, and some garlic powder, and just a little bit of water until it looked like that. Nice and smooth. 40 minutes of offloading. Speak of the man. He is here. Okay, so I grabbed a plate. I'll probably like put it in the middle here. Let's see if I could bring this, make like a little, yeah, that works. And then a towel so that these don't dry out. Samuel's making water. Good work. Really, Shecht? So another place, they got spooked by Venus in the sky. That's so funny. Yeah, thanks, Kat. Okay. So this is all I do. I just put, I might have to fold in the edges just because of the burners, but a towel on the plate that we can flip over onto the tortilla once it is cooked. So next thing I want to grab is like a couple different spatulas. And maybe just a spoon. He said you'll probably only need a spoon if your batter is really thick. But yeah, I don't even know what's gonna happen here, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go for the first pour. And I wanna make these pretty large tortillas. Maybe 6-inch tortillas, not 4-inch ones though. Can you see the spoon rest? Sure. It's just a flattened bottle of Corona. A flattened glass bottle. That's it. Okay, our pan looks like it's ready. See how the oil keeps going away from the center? That means it's hot. So potable water is water that you can drink and use for like ingesting. And then raw water is water that we should not be ingesting without it being treated first. Hi Caspro, it's been a while, how are you? And Blondie, welcome. Discord perks? Okay, I have to do it after. I have a little list thing here. Thanks for redeeming that. And then we're gonna cook some tortillas, okay? So the water is for a gold mine, Katniss. The camp, I think there's around like 300 to 400 people at the camp now. Just while we're talking about this, I have to take this off so it doesn't get too hot. So it's like a 400 person camp. Sam has to go pick up water at the lake and then drive it to the different areas. So it's really important that we never run out of clean drinking water at the camp, right? That would be very bad because then you can't use anything for cooking, nothing like that. Yeah, exactly, Casper. I'm not actually just about to end. And yeah, there's a big tank where he drops off the raw water, and then from there, it gets treated by someone who is working in the water treatment plant and takes care of the sewage, and that's how a remote camp works. I believe they do a mixture of stuff. So there's filters, and then I actually saw there was like a water recipe, old school, like written on one of the walls in the old camp, in the girls' side, and they actually put like bleach in it. I was like, what the heck? Like, this is legit? So then I went and asked like a site service guy, and he said, yeah. Look at this. I don't know what's happening, but I'm pouring things into the pan. And it's cooking. I don't know if I need to turn up the heat at all. What are we making? This looks fake. I live in Alberta and Sam works in Nunavut. Like right at the Arctic Circle. Holy! It's working! I might have used too much oil the first one. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's what I always expect too. The first one's always like kind of difficult. So let's flip it. The other thing I was worried about, like how pliable this was gonna be. That's a lot of oil. I don't want it to go onto my towel. I'm just gonna do this on my cloth for now. What? Dancing Rasputin, thanks for the follow. Whoa. What happened in the center there? That looks crazy. I wonder if I have to like push it down. I don't know about this first one. I think the next one will work a little bit better. I'll try and pour it nicer. But like I don't see it needing a lot more heat than that. There's just a lot of oil. Okay, should we just let that cool for a second and then try it? That's what I want to do. Ugh, it doesn't look very nice now, the color, but it is pliable. It is a bit thick, I will say that. It cooked very quickly and definitely similar to a crepe. It tastes like spinach, but the millet doesn't taste weird. I'm gonna try this like crispier side. It really got crispy there. Do you hear that? Looks pretty pliable. Not bad. It's really not bad. It's not bland. I like it. But yeah, we'll definitely use this just to wick away, look at like all the oil. We have to use this amount of oil though, so it doesn't stick, I think. I have a little bit of like a bitter taste, but it's not bad at all. I think it'll go really nice with everything else. So this, I'm just gonna put to this side. Maybe even just leave it there for now. Let's go back. Annie, green eggs and ham. Let's see. I don't know. For what it is though, I honestly thought it would be weirder. I was very wary of how this was gonna turn out. The only other thing I could think of is grabbing this small ladle so that I'm able to spread out the batter. More like a crepe. So that goes really nice and thin. Try the DeLorean, do it! Frijoles are looking good. Okay. We are smoking again. Turn this pan down to 4 instead of halfway, instead of 5, and see what happens. Just gonna pour everything like in the center. And then spread it out so it's thinner. There we go. Keep going all the way to the edge. Oops. I kind of tore it open. No. Don't do that though. I mean, the nice thing about this, literally you can just fill it in. No excuses. I do have a time machine. Paper towel and butter to get coverage. Oh yeah, when we make the crepes, this is true, Samo. And yeah, we don't cook crepes in oil. We always use butter. This is interesting how it turns like white. Weird, what? Let's flip it over. I don't know what this means. Ooh, okay, it's kind of like brittle, chat. Look at this. If we let it dry out, look. Ugh. Ah! Okay, that one is a fail. I'm just gonna like literally put it in the trash. But first I have to let it cool off. Okay, so don't let it get too dried. Are these even gonna work? Mish, I've never blamed you so much in my life. If we get 1 taco, I'll be happy. There's less fat now. Okay, don't make it as big because it was hard to flip. Stop it. I feel good. I feel good about this one. You have to scrape off the stuck bits, though. Scrape off the spatula. Okay, we said don't let it turn, like, white. Ah! The wooden crepe handles only works if you have a completely flat pan, though. You need a directly flat surface. You can't have a lip on it. This one looks good, though. Like, really good. So I'm not gonna cook it as much. Because, like, the second side, you don't have to do as long of a cook. So let's do this. And then all we're gonna do is just cover this up. Okay, small amount. I think I got the heat dialed in now, too. Small amount of oil. This handle's really hot now when you use cast iron. Swirl it around. Thanks for the follow, MZZV. You can't use a taco press for batter, Buffalo. Otherwise, you know I would have it out already. I think we're getting it. Ah. You have a crepe pan? Cool. I'm guessing it's the millet for sure, Mish, that just makes it like instant dry. Holy. So that is definitely why we use fat, I bet, when we cook it. It's cooking quick now, though, which is okay. I don't want them to be sitting under the cloth for a super long time. And the cloth will, like, keep this steamed and pliable, I'm gonna say. I don't foresee them sticking together either. It's just, like, not really a sticky batter. No. Just seal it back up if you tear it. So it kind of sticks to the ladle as you spread it out. We're doing it. This is crazy. I've never done this before. Give it. Sound effects always help. We're doing it live. The pan actually is tilted. You probably can't see it on my stovetop, but it's tilted like down this way and in, because I'm pretty sure like someone sat on the stovetop or something once upon a time. A little bit more. Look at us go. Now we're on a roll. What's everyone else getting up to today? I think this might be the last one. Go fast. After stream today, I have to go charge the car. But I go to like a really cool area of the city that they're just building. It used to be the old municipal airport. And then they closed it and now they're building a net zero community there. So there's like a free electric car charger and stuff. And there's like not very many people that live there yet, so it's so nice and peaceful. There's like a pond and stuff that they've built. Whew! That one almost cracked. That was our last one. Haven't made any plans? That's okay. It's Sunday. Yeah, bedtime soon. We can't toss flip these ones, Buffalo. Otherwise I would show you. But it literally takes 24 hours to make the batter, so we can't push it. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. Our pan is like ready for the eggs at least now. And the frijoles are looking basically complete. Looks really good. Okay. So we got like 4 actually awesome looking tortillas. So I'll just put this over on the cutting board for us later. And then like a little bit of a snack pack, we can say. The bread is proofing perfect. I'm just gonna scoop this out. Little nubbin. I can pick this up. I'll show you the frijoles. Because I'm wireless today. So that's how they're looking. Basically done. We're just gonna come over and scramble eggs really quick. The rest of the day's relaxation. Yeah, mine's pretty relaxed too. I just like to go for my walk. The car charging's easy. So I'm doing 3 scrambled eggs, just so we can fill out these tacos, which I think will be easy. Actually, I might only do 2. It's pretty insane how, like when you scramble an egg, how much you get out of it, because they like puff up. Mash the beans up. I don't love that kind of texture when I'm having that style of beans. For refried beans for sure. But I'm like kind of particular sometimes, you know? I mean, they'll probably get halfway there on their own anyways. Just falling apart in there. And so I don't know about you guys if you ever eat scrambled eggs. Sam despises scrambled eggs. He really doesn't love them. But you always have to make sure they look really creamy before you cook them. And like, I never add anything. Some people add like milk or cream. Not me. I do love to cook them with butter though. So I'm probably gonna add a small nub of butter to that pan. Just like pour out this oil. No, there's not much in there anyways, honestly, so I can just add a small nub on its own. And then I'm also soaking the blender top, because that's kind of stuck. Sticky mess. You love a fried egg over medium? That is how I eat my fried eggs too. I go through like phases. Right now I'm in like a weird scrambled egg phase. I've been like eating them with a rice bowl every other night. Yeah, Samo likes his yolks not mixed. Just do that. A nubbin. As God intended. Or yeah, you'll make scrambled eggs if you screw up your omelet. This is also true. Oops. Gotta grab this avocado. Should probably get these things ready before we cook the eggies. My pan is off anyways, so I'm not worried. So we got our tortillas. I'll just open this up a bit because we came really close. This is pickled onions for garnish on the taco. And then let's definitely slice our avocado right now. You're a medium fan too? I don't like snotty eggs. I'll just put it that way. Cream of mushroom soup? That sounds nuts. I do like that, Squigs. Omelette du fromage? How is this? You never know until you open it. Hey, that's not bad. That's just a little piece of the pit came off. But we can scoop that out. Good avos. What does the over in over easy and medium refer to? It refers to a flip. Yeah, like Omdog said. It means flipping it over. Oh, hello? Guys, what happened here? Give it. There we go. Gives it. And then we need a big old spoon for scooping. But I'm just gonna slice this with my knife. And I'm gonna use the nice big side too. Avocado slices. We could even get it scooped. Why are we doing all this right now? Because cooking scrambled eggs takes like a moment or two. And then we also know that eggs cool off really quick. You gotta work quick when you get to plating as well. 9 to 3 for sunlight, hey? Insane. There's that. Good to go. Just leave it there. On the side. We got bacon bitties still. Yeah, Samo gets to see all the cool stuff. And Chad, I'm turning off the frijoles now. It looks so good. Okay. You like a runny yolk so you never flip it? So you like what's called sunny side up. So medium heat here. Look at those. Look at how those turned out now. Mmm. Reduced goodness. How's our bacon bit? Give him like a 10-second chef mic when it's almost time. Do you guys ever cook your eggs with brown butter? I usually push my butter until it's browned. It just tastes the best. Okay, and then I also need to grab just a pair of tweezers for our pickled onions. And then we just need the pico de gallo out. We're just gonna make it. My phone's at 20% battery for this camera. We are just going to make it. I have to build a little station here. There's not very much counter space in this kitchen. Even for eggs, Benny. Isn't that part of our training? The multitude of ways to cook an egg? Yeah, why are you asking? It's time. It's browned. I didn't even bring... Oh, I do have a spatula, actually. And then we're gonna make these cheesy. But I think we might just sprinkle the cheese over so that we can see it. Has anyone ever sous vide eggs? Yeah. And they have to be prepared, like, really well for me to be able to eat them. I will say, though, like, out of a lot of things that I cook, eggs are, like, my least favorite thing to cook. Like, there's just, like, sometimes I just don't care about them. I don't know why that is, and that's why I'll always refuse to, like, cook breakfast at camp. Because I'll just, like, make them crappy. It's like yeah, I just don't care at all, really, about eggs. Although I will say, when I was working in a restaurant, working brunch shift, I made the most insane eggs Benedicts. Just because I don't care about them doesn't mean I'm good at it. Basted egg, you don't know that one? Basted egg is on the griddle or in a pan, and then you just do a little squirt of water and put the lid on top. You don't flip it. Okay, let's come over. These eggs are gonna keep cooking in the pan, so I'm just gonna take it off of the burner. And let's see what we can muster up here. Me too, I'm so picky as well, Kat. I'm really picky. Oh yeah, and our bacon bits. Okay. 10 seconds. We're done cooking. You can turn this off. We made it. Gotta finish before the sun sets. Samo loves eggs. I'm pretty sure you could eat them every day. Okay, so the first thing going down will be the egg, and then we'll just top everything else on top. Okay, that one doesn't look that good. If we get 3, though, I'll be so happy. They stayed nice and pliable. I think this might be okay, chat. What? This has gotta be like one of the weirdest things I've ever made. So thanks for hanging out. Remember, we still have to leave room for other things. Do I need a small amount more? Ouch. Sometimes the cast iron just feels so heavy on my little hands. Okay, you can't overfill them because then you won't be able to really like eat them. The yolks were pale. I really miss my BC eggs. Alberta eggs suck, and like we even get the organic free range ones. That was like one of the first things we actually noticed when we first moved to BC. It was like, why are these eggs so yellow? This is crazy. I've never seen this. Oh no, I tore it open. I'm just trying to get some avocado in my life. Yeah, and then I learned is like you can actually give chickens oranges. Like they love to eat oranges, and that is actually what helps to make the yolks the color. You want a bagel stream? We need Samo home for that. Because I am not cooking on stream anything that I can't, like, eat. Okay, I'm gonna keep the bacon on top. So next up, we really want to strain out the juices from this. No soggy tacos. This is our salsa. It's okay if it kind of falls everywhere. I think that looks good like that. I have so much salsa left. This is gonna be delicious. Okay, next I'm gonna do bacon bits. Pamela's gluten-free graham crackers. Okay. Did you use it for like a cheesecake crust? Bye, Samo. I'll talk to you later. The bacon's gonna add crunch and like yummy flavor, right? One more garnish. Ah, you found gluten-free graham crumbs. That's so cool, Annie. Is some pickled red onion. Oops. That I'm dropping like everywhere. I'm using tweezers so that I don't stick my fingers in the brine. Because they'll last longer. That's a rule for quick pickles. Which is what these are. Okay, just gonna pop the lid on there. Put it back in the fridge. Then I'll take a photo and see how this tastes. What the heck? Looks crazy. I love it though. Do we wanna put the frijoles in a little bowl on the side? This little bowl like this? Yum. Okay, I gotta turn up the lights. The sun really is setting. She's leaving us. I can't believe these turned out. Like, actually? I made that? That looks wild. A fork and a knife. Oh, yeah, if you made this to be able to consume it. Okay, let me try and get one more. I really didn't think that these tortillas would work. I kind of made like a tornado-y mess in this kitchen, but I love it. I love it. I was cooking. Okay, I'm gonna go for this first because the beans always hold their heat. So let's see. Will it stay together? And also, I don't like eating cold eggs. What? It's working. And you better believe I'm gonna like tag the guy in this photo and show him that I remade it. It tacoed. Now for flavors. I like the crunchy bacon. That's really good. It's pretty heavy with like the egg, the cheese, and the avocado, I have to say. It's like really filling feeling, but it is nice. That's why we did put the pico de gallo and like the pickled onion on there. And the tortillas aren't weird. Have I ever had this before? No. Would I have it again? Probably. Now that I've made it and like know how to work with this mix, I could probably make this better, right? Now that we've made it once. Okay, so it's cracking like a little bit on the edge, but even corn tortillas do that when you eat them too, right? That's why there's usually 2 stacked up together. There is absolutely no spice in here. So actually, I'm totally doing that. I'm gonna put a little bit of hot sauce. How hot is that gonna be? That's gonna be so hot. I'm just gonna do this like milder one. I know it says habanero, but it's gonna be so good. Make the liquid of the millet and spinach and then even add it just to masa. Let's try this, Kat. Yeah, I think having some hot sauce on this to cut through the richness, like I was saying. I just know I don't need too much. 1 drop, and we're good. But it does taste like a taco. And it tastes like a breakfast taco. Like usually I would have a breakfast burrito is my jam. But I didn't think we'd be able to make this into a big tortilla. I like brought it together. The masa will hold more moisture. Oat flour? That'd be an interesting one. Little bit of spice in the back of my mouth. The pico's just falling out. I just got like a yummy cheesy bite. Okay, I think this is like a 1-biter. I just won't be able to talk after. And then we'll try some beans. Is it what she said, Mish? Is it really? A 1-biter. That's definitely one of the most creative things I've made on stream in a while. That would be good too, Shecht. Let's see how these are though. My mouth is so spicy now. These are better than the tacos. Since when does that happen? But straight up, these beans, I like better than the tacos. The bacon, the onion, the garlic. I think that little bit of the quinoa helped them taste so good. You could put the beans on the tacos. This is true. It's good. It's nourishing feeling. That's what I've been all about lately. Just eating food that is like satiating, is nourishment, is good for you. That's cool. That was really cool. I can't believe that turned out. Okay, guys, that's it. We did it. I'm so happy there's lots of leftover beans because I'm totally gonna mix them with my rice tomorrow. All about it. You got me. That's how you know the streamer's Canadian. What's it about? I'm putting the egg back. I didn't want it to roll off the counter. What's everyone else eating today before we finish up? I already did my cooking. Now what are you cooking? Too little cheese? That could be personal preference. I mean, you could always add more cheese. That's okay. Then put more cheese. You really think I'm gonna tell you to not put cheese? Not a chance. Pasta with butter and nor. Okay, this sounds fun. We're gonna go raid a smaller cooking streamer, but we've been there before. She's having her 3-year stream anniversary making a gingerbread Eiffel Tower. Like what? It actually looks really cool. Excuse me. Belch of approval. Ah, for the chef, I lost my fork. Yeah, we'll see you next weekend, friends. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific. And I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna make a YouTube vlog this week. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably be posted next week. We'll see. But yeah, love y'all. Thank you so much for all the support this weekend. I had a blast. Literally, like, my fridge is full of food now. I know you can't see the bottom, but all it is like takeout containers with leftovers from stream. So I'm so happy I'm like set up for meals for the rest of the week. So thank you, friends. We need all the cheese I have. That's a lot of cheese. You better get ready. And other than that, you know where to find us. On Discord is the easiest. I don't check Twitch every day, but you can message me there or any other social as well. Okay, friends. Have a great rest of your weekend. Go to bed if you're one staying up late for sure. I'm gonna go get some fresh airs. I recommend the same. We're gonna go charge the car and do all that. Love y'all. And I'll see you on Friday if you can make it. Yeah, you know Pink Bow. So yeah, I met her on the island once upon a time. We went out for coffee with Sam and her partner too. So let's go see how her Eiffel Tower is doing. It looks really cool. Okay, love you. Bye.